Hi everybody, today I would like to talk to you about the Godox V860 Mark II S for Sony. And I have it on my Sony A7 III, so I found some compatibilities issues and I would like to talk about 5 things you should know before you purchase the flash. Number 1, first thing you need to know, the flash is compatible with the A7 III. So it will work for you no problem. If you go take a look at the actual specs online, I guess this flash came out before the A7 III and they didn't bother renewing the specs on their website, but it will work no problem. There's a few things that are that I'll show you in the next few numbers here, but there's a few things that will work a little differently. But all in all, this flash is compatible with the A7 III. Number 2, now when you use this flash, you mount on your camera. If you go and change the shutter speed, you'll see your shutter speed is limited to 2/50th of a second. Now, if you were to change the actual, if you press here, you have a button that says sync, you put the high-speed flash or high-speed shutter speed flash on there, options, then you can go to 8,000th of a second. So this is how you're able to take photos with a faster shutter speed simply by pressing the sync button. So a little neat feature that I didn't know when I first put it on, and it's been pretty handy since. Number 3 on the list, if we go through the menu, so we're gonna go to the actual A7 III menu, and we're gonna go the first tab, the camera first tab. It's the 11 options, 11 tab here, the flash, and then we're gonna go to the first. We're gonna go to that flash modes. So with this, we have the flash off, and then the other flash is grayed out, and then we have the option to change the flash mode to fill flash, or we can change that to the actual slow sync or the rear sync. So basically we'd use like a rear sync if you were to take like a very slow shutter speed, let's say of like 2-3 seconds, whatever. So you'll see here the flash will do a little, it'll trigger first and then it'll trigger at the end. So it will happen when the rear shutter, rear curtain will come up. And this is how you would to take photos with rear curtain flash. It's a rear sync. So like the slow sync as well, you may use that in different modes. I won't go too much in details with that, but for using it every day, fill flash works fine. Then you get the flash compensation. So something that I find that was kind of bizarre is you can change the flash compensation on your camera. So I could go, let's say, choose 2-stop brighter. I'll show you some images here. What I have like no compensation on whatsoever. Then with the Sony, I have changed +2 stops brighter in the Sony camera. And then if I go ahead and then bring that back to 0 on the camera and then change that onto the flash itself, I can add 2 stops of light on my flash as well. Now, this is at 0, this is a +2, they give me 2-stop brighter. This is at 0, this is a +2, they give me 2-stop brighter. Now this is at +2, this is at +2, it seems to be giving me 4-stop brighter. So it looks like you can actually add the numbers that are on the flash and onto your camera and make it brighter. So this is kind of bizarre in a way which I was expecting the actual flash to communicate with the actual camera and make the changes either or when you did the change, but it seems to be adding up somehow. So here we go. And then we do have the exposure compensation set to ambient flash or ambient only. So again, I'm not 100% sure what the difference is here. Maybe it'll be a topic to cover another later time. And then we have the wireless flash. If you do use this flash with a trigger, you want to change the wireless flash to on, and then it will communicate with your flash as well. And then the red eye reduction do work. So what it'll do is flash trigger some small flash before taking the photo. So it goes like this, and then it takes the image. So basically, as you can tell, most of the feature in the menu works, but sometimes there are not connecting with the flash so well. So here we go. Number 4, the Autofocus Assist beam. That's been a feature that Godox put on the website. Basically seems like if it's a super dark environment, if I were to put my lens cap back on, it would basically shoot a pre-flash to help the camera find something to actually focus on. Now, it doesn't seem to be doing it on this camera, so you don't have the pre-flash happening. So unfortunately, that feature is not working, even though it's in the menu on the Godox. Number 5, there's been an issue when I put the flash on the A7III, and it is with the setting effect. So let me backtrack here in the menu. So if you go in the menu, it is your second camera tab, sorry, and the option number 6, display and auto review number 1. Right at the bottom, you'll see live view display, setting effect. You can choose that to be on or to be off. So what does that really do for you is, if it's on the on position here, when I do any changes with the aperture or shutter speed, whatever you change, you'll see the effect affecting the live view mode. So if I get a faster shutter speed, my image get darker and so forth, right? So it's very handy when you want to use the flash to do your fill flash. You want to set up your ambient light a certain way so you can really tailor that, and then you just power your flash on and just give a little burst of light to fill your subject. This is fantastic. But if you put your menu, go back to your menu, to that setting there and put it to off, what happened there is, it doesn't really matter what type of change I do, the actual live view mode, what you'll see there won't change. And the reasoning behind that is, when you want to focus onto something, let's say it's a very dark environment, you're in a studio, well, you can choose this setting and then you can easily focus on your subject, because the camera will be able to see what's going on, and then you'll be able to manually focus on something as well if you want to, or whatever case might be, right? So it is very handy, but when you do your changes to your setting, again, nothing is changing. So it's not fantastic in a way when you do some fill flash there. I like to see the changes, right? So if I choose that setting effect on to see the effect of my changes, then when I turn my flash on, what's happening is it cancels it. I'm back to having that effect off. So again, if I do any changes, I won't be able to see. So it's very annoying. I would have to turn my flash off, figure out what's the right ambient light, what on my scene lit a certain way, and turn the flash on, and then what you see in live view is no longer what you're going to take a photo of, right? So there's one way to get around that, or a shortcut actually, that will work very good. So what I've done is, if I go to my menu under the to change the actual settings of my button there, my custom keys, that's the word I was looking for. My custom button 4 is set right now at shot result preview. So what that will do for me is, if I press this button, now it turned that mode of the effect back on. So I can hold that button here and then take my photo, and then it will actually take the photo with the ambient light. So this is a quick way to go around that problem. Now, if you look online, like, a lot of people are having this problem. I don't know why Sony did that, but they did. So here it is. So that's an easy way to get around that issue. So here we have it. That was 5 things that I thought I should mention about the compatibility between the flash and the A7III. Hopefully it will help you if you just bought the flash, or if you're thinking about buying the flash, you'll see that you can do a lot of work with this flash and this camera. So hopefully you like this little segment here, and I have a review on the flash. I'll do a full review once I use the flash a little bit more in the field, but in the time being, I'll go over what the flash is. The link should be around here somewhere on the screen, so go and have a look if you want. So until then, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.